Okay, fellow Lormanians, welcome to our Sarita Ballaigi Lormanian Success Stories. It's a privilege and honor to have with us today a renowned competitive bodybuilder, a lifestyle coach, and a fitness model, a grandma, and a proud BS Nursing 1993 Lormanian, Miss Marines Lola NEZ de la Torre Burnett, all the way from Florida, USA.
Naimbag nga bigat kada kayo amin, Apo, especially to my fellow Lormanians. I am very honored to be joining you here.
Hi, good evening there in Florida, Lola. And thank you so much for committing your time and, of course, for sacrificing some of your stuff just to attend to this event of ours.
It's my pleasure, believe me. My pleasure and my honor.
It's our honor to. Okay, let's start, Lola. Please tell us about yourself, your career, and profession.
Okay, sorry. You've already done a little bit of the intro earlier. So I am your Lola NEZ. I'm a very proud graduate of Lorma, batch 1993. I am a grandmother of three. I am an entrepreneur, an athlete, a fitness model, a lifestyle coach, a social media creator, and influencer. And I am also I've explored also the world of Bitcoin mining. So I'm also that's my gig right now. I'm also a Bitcoin miner.
Oh wow!
Yes,
That's great to know. Okay, Lola, what made you choose the fitness career you are into now?
you know, my fitness journey is what I call. I don't really call it a career. I call it my calling because my fitness journey has actually propelled me into a different world, which is far beyond the horizon of the life I had imagined. I always tell my family and my friends. At some point I said, you know what? I think my big boss has pushed me into this world of fitness and health and wellness. So I'm just gonna embrace it. So my fitness journey started in 2014 when I officially made a decision and conviction to change my lifestyle because I was diagnosed with GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, and with my age then, I was 44, I started to see my health was starting to decline and deteriorate with my high cholesterol, high triglycerides, blood sugar. So, but at that point also, I was also doing some fitness regimen. But I thought like, what's wrong? I was into running, I was into yoga, but for some reason, I just couldn't get out of that situation where I was constantly in pain, discomfort, and I was also I was prescribed medications. So it started to affect my activities of daily living. So it was so frustrating. I have to tell you, GERD was so annoying. It's so the discomfort. I couldn't even sleep lying down. I had to sleep upright like this. And every meal that I eat, it gave me such pain and discomfort that I could no longer enjoy my food, my meals, and the most impactful thing that affected me was how it impacted how I had my relationship with my family because most of the time I'm in pain. And my grandkids back then, so my eldest grandson back then was only 2-3 years old and they were living with me. So that meant that my daughter needed my help and had to be there. So that was the biggest motivator for me, was to change that uh, position where I was in and have a healthier lifestyle.
Okay, thank you for inspiring that on us on that aspect, Lola Ness. We really need to be healthy then.
Yes. Yes.
So that's the main reason why you drive into that one, or why you have embraced that.
Yes. And and the most important part of it is that decision and the conviction that I had made to change my life, and that literally reversed my condition. So I totally reversed my GERD. It in only 3 or 4 months, it was gone. I went back to my doctor. I was literally out of prescription medication. My lab work was just it's almost like a miracle because
Yeah,
the doctor, yes. So to
so
this day,
it
I'm
means saving much also when it comes to finances, right, Lola Ness? You have
yes,
saved much.
exactly.
Oh,
Exactly, and that's why in my social media platform, my message I always say is for women. I help to awaken women their potential through wellness and health because health is freedom. We always say the cliche health is wealth, but you know what? Health is also freedom. It liberates you from a lot of things. Especially nowadays when anong sinasabi natin sa Pilipinas? Bawal magkasakit,
ay, tama
right?
po.
Bawal magkasakit. And that's what I always tell myself. I refuse. Refuse to get sick.
Tama, tama po.
Yes. So health is freedom.
Yes. Thank you, Lola Ness. What do you love most about your career?
My goodness. My calling.
Ayaw!
Why this
Yeah,
is
your
what
calling.
I love about it is I love it. For me, it's effortless. I find joy. I just love it. I find joy and I find my purpose in life through connecting with people and trying to impact their lives in my own little way through messaging them about health and fitness.
Oh, that's great, Lola, because you've been helping others. May
Oh
God
yes.
bless you more so you can share more.
And then I'm honored that they come to me and see what I do and they find value in what I do. So that gives me such joy and purpose.
Tama po. Okay, let's go back when you were a Lormanian student. Okay, let's try to recall the memories, Lola
Oh
Ness.
my goodness.
Okay, what good memories do you have with Lorma colleges, or maybe you can cite some? What were those activities you've been doing before, or maybe also the values that have been inculcated in you by our institution?
Yes, I honestly looked up Lorma Medical Center today and your website, Lorma Colleges, right now, and I'm just amazed, like my jaw dropping, because the when I was studying there, you know what my biggest memory is, aside from the amazing teachers and instructors, the first memory that came to my mind is the quadrangle. The
Oh,
Do you still have that? I don't even know if you still have that. Nandyan pa rin ba
it's
yung
it's
quadrangle?
gone. It's gone, Lola. But yeah, they have removed the roof. It's roofless, but of course you can still see the beauty. It's still there. It's still elevated.
Okay, well, you know what my memory is of the quadrangle is I remember you guys are so lucky in this time and age of internet. Back then, what my memory is of that is my classmates and the whole class would go there to defend our cases. I think it was every month or every 3 months.
Oh,
And we would go there and the teachers, the clinical instructors, we'd do our presentation at the quadrangle. Can you imagine that? And then they would ask us questions.
So it
So,
means there were so many students looking at you
oh,
then because it
yeah.
was at the
People would,
quadrangles.
ito yung registrar, nandito yung, I think, classrooms around.
Yes.
It's still fresh in my memory, and people would be passing, and then when it's your turn to answer the question, oh my God, I better answer this question, right?
So
Yes,
just like you're in a pageant po.
yes, and it's also fun because the case that I don't even know how they termed it back then. It's like a case study or something, and ilalagay namin yung we literally would write on this big paper. What do you call that? Yung brown na papel.
Manila paper.
Yes,
Manila paper.
Manila paper. Lilinyahan namin yan, and they're so huge. And then the way you write your notes there should be big enough for the whole class to read, So it's really, talk about old school. I am old school.
Old school.
Yes.
But nowadays, we're no longer using the Manila paper, I think.
What do you use now? You just use Zoom, right? Like right
Zoom?
now.
Yeah, right now we're having
The world
virtual
is
classes.
So that's right.
Asynchronous and synchronous.
Yes, the world has come a long way, right? And so for you guys watching here, whoever the students right now, you are very lucky. Big memories of Lorma. Also, one of the things that I love about Lorma is the library back then. And I don't know if you guys right now even know how to use the Dewey Decimal System. Literally, we would go there and hang out by the library. Very, very good memories with Norma. Lots of fun memories. Although I do have some memories with my instructors because they know I'm hard-headed. I was a stubborn student, but you know what? They taught me a lot. So, but the values that I've learned from Loma is, first of all, discipline and diligence and hard work. Because you get that. That's why I know the role of an instructor and a teacher is huge. It plays a big impact on students. So even to this day, I remember sina Ma'am Paz.
Yeah.
Yes, one of my favorites. Ma'am Gascon. I think Ma'am Gascon is in California now. Mr. Maingang. I don't know if they're still there. And I remember andyan pa rin ba yung classroom where it's beside the gate, the entrance? Ang 101 namin dati doon. And I remember it so well. So I just love the value of discipline and diligence, because without hard work, I wouldn't have passed my board exams without the help of my very amazing instructors.
Oh, you are very humble, Lola Ness, for admitting you were stubborn before. But Lola, they were able to discipline you. You made us smile for telling us that. But you see, well, we have to be thankful. We feel grateful to our instructors and professors because they have made us where we are now. They have made us right now. Okay, and thank you for that, Lola Ness. Okay,
just the truth.
I'm sure they will be smiling when they watch this.
They know that. The truth. I am the product of their strictness. And I always, even with my grandchildren, I tell my children to spare the rod and spoil the child. Discipline is very important in this ever-changing world. We have to discipline our children and grandchildren. And I learned that a lot from them.
We salute you, Lola.
Okay. We salute everybody.
Because you were able to carry on that. Okay. Of course, it's Women's Month, and many women would envy a sturdy, well shaped physique like what you have. Of course, some find this an insecurity actually. Please tell us, how have you attained your goal of having um, a sexy body or that baba boom? Even at your age, you are already 51, right, Lola?
Everyone. Yes. So I always get that question. Dyan sa Pilipinas, they would always say, how to be you?
Yes. Kami rin po. We will ask that. Okay.
And
How
then,
to be you po.
sana all. But you know, actually, um, it health is the I think the thing that people should understand is wellness and health. They are connected, right? And health is a continuum, and wellness is the process, and health is the goal, right? So when you say how do you do it, first I told you earlier that you have to know your reason. Results come when you know your reason. So you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I being prompted to whatever goal you have? In this case, if why do you want to be healthy? And I think that is the main thing that anchors you towards your goal. But how? How do you do it? First, you have to change your mindset. Okay. It's like I said, it's a process, and wellness is the key. You have to have the balance in everything. Health is not just health and fitness. It's not just about working out. It's I can tell you that it's not just working out. It's not just eating right. It's composed of different factors in your life. It can be mental health. It can be emotional health. So everything plays into that scope of health. So you have to know the process, how to do it, and you have to trust the process, how to do it. So it's encompassing. It's a combination of balance in food intake. It's a combination of your physical activity. Doesn't necessarily mean workout, you know. It's a combination. It comes into play your mental health. How, what kind of exercise, as an example, what kind of exercise do you enjoy? If you hate running, do you think you'll be successful if you stick and pick that kind of exercise? No. So you have to have self-awareness of what activity or exercise that you enjoy, that you think you will sustain, because that's one thing also in everything, whether it's exercise or nutrition, it should be something sustainable. And for me, I discovered that, and now this is why for me behavioral change is the key. When you ask how do you stay healthy and how do you stay balanced in your wellness, it is by knowing that you enjoy and you know that whatever you're doing is going to sustain you for a long time. It's not going to be a fad, because yan ang nakikita natin ngayon in the health and fitness industry. Meron dyan. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. When I was still in the Philippines, there was a fad about Bangkok pills. You probably don't even know that. Bata ka pa. Bangkok pills, liquid diet. I can only tell you, I learned in this experience of mine, there's no quick fix. There is no quick fix to health, fitness, and wellness. It's all about balance. So that is my 2 cents about health and fitness. You should find your space, your spot where you find balance, and you find that spot where you enjoy it, so you sustain everything, whether it's exercise, nutrition, everything.
Thank you, Lola Ness. Um, my next question is, do you have food po na, I mean, strict diet? You follow
No.
everything? Ah, really? No
Yes.
ice cream, no sweets, no sugar, or fatty foods?
Okay. This is the thing that people need to understand. With the program that I teach people, I don't have a special diet. See, this is where my nutrition, Ma'am Paz, di ba? Nutrition teacher ko siya doon.
Ay,
So,
okay.
the 3 Gs, go, grow, and glow. I have to have those three. I don't do no carb diet, no this diet. No, I have to have my macros, protein, fats, and carbs. Again, it all boils down to finding balance in between energy in and energy out, right? So, it's so basic. Kung gusto mong ma-maintain yung weight mo, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. If you want to maintain your weight, if you're happy right now, like with me, let's say I'm 116, 117, right? I want to maintain my weight. I don't want to lose weight. So I have to make sure that I have my protein, my fats, healthy fats, okay? And then my carbs. But if I want to, I don't want to use the term lose weight.
Oh,
I always use the term recomposition, body recomposition, meaning I want my muscle mass to be more than my fat. So, and we have to consider when you say energy in and energy out, you have to consider your total daily energy expenditure. So let's say ako, hindi ako nag-workout, or no, we'll just do it this way. I work out an hour to an hour and a half a day. So, kung gusto ko i-maintain yung body composition ko right now, I just stay with my caloric intake that sustains me for my activity for the day. So, yung iba tinatanong, bakit nag-exercise naman ako, hindi ako nagbabawas ng timbang.
tama po.
Right? Dahil nasa understanding that energy in, energy out. So, ang ginagawa kasi ng kadalasan, mag-exercise ka ng 1 oras. Right? Pagdating mo sa bahay, kakain ka naman ng matabang pagkain. Babanatan mo ba yan na maraming kanin? Right? Tapos you drink soda. And then yung soda mo hindi yung zero sugar, right? So when you think about it, yung na-burn mo sa exercise mo na 1 hour, let's just say in 1 hour you burned 400 calories. Yung kinain mo naman, 800 calories na. So that is the main gist is energy in, energy out. If you wanna change your body composition, where your fat composition in your body is reduced, then you have to make sure na meron kang deficit doon sa caloric intake mo. So let's say for me, I want to change. Gusto ko mag-lean out, right? Gusto ko lumakas yung abs ko. So I have to make sure I train a lot. So tataasan ko yung protein intake ko. Bakit mataas yung protein intake mo? Because protein intake, again, Ma'am Paz.
That's great.
Helps with tissue damage. It helps with protein synthesis. Kasi yung protein mo has amino acids, right? And amino acids is the building block for protein. And your muscles are made of protein, of amino acids. So, tataasan mo yon para mas mas na-maintain mo yung muscle mass mo. And at the same time, alam niyo ba pag kumakain ka ng protein, lean protein lean protein, yung digestibility niyan mas matagal. So, hindi ka masyadong gugutumin. Okay? So, yun ang mga, what do you call this, basic about finding the right balance between your physical activity and your nutrition. So if you want to lose weight, which I don't use, then either tataasan mo yung physical activity mo or bababaan mo yung intake mo ng food. But that doesn't mean na mag-starve ka. No, I do not encourage starving. I eat. I do not. People say, bakit ganyan ang payat? I get offended when they say, I'm payat. And then hindi ka kumakain. Hindi nila maintindihan. Kumakain ako 4-5 beses isang araw. I do not starve myself.
Yes. So I learned a lot. We learned a lot, Lola NEZ. So it's just a matter of balancing the energy in and energy out. Lola NEZ, we would like to know more about your the awards you have received, maybe from being a fitness model, to inspire more the women out there.
Yes. So, gaya ng sabi ko, I started in late of 2014. I trained hard, but I hired a professional na mag-start ako resistance training. So I did that straight for like 3-4 months. And in 3 months, yung coach ko, yung personal trainer ko, who was a pro bodybuilder, sabi niya, bakit hindi mo subukan mag-compete as a bikini athlete? Sabi ko, wow! Hindi ko gagawin yan, lola na ako. Right? Remember, this is a true story. Sabi ko, lola na ako, I won't stand on stage in skimpy bikini and judge by people and watch by people. So with their encouragement and my husband's encouragement also, I tried it. And my first competition, local show, I got awarded 4th place.
Wow.
And then I enjoyed the process, really. I enjoyed the process. And then after a few months, I again competed in a different stage. And then I won my first show in Omaha, Nebraska, and then the following year I won the same show. So overall I have won 6 NPC Masters Bikini first place. I have not to brag, but I have eventually elevated into the nationally qualified bikini athlete. So kasi dito, if you want to compete at a different level, state or regional level as a bikini athlete, you have to pass certain requirements. So I was able to compete national level. In fact, I also competed in Arnold's. If you know Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Yes, in Ohio, I placed 10th.
Wow.
Yes, I think I was 48 then.
Oh.
That was my first international show, and then my latest win was in 2019 in Puerto Rico, and also the state championship here in Florida.
Wow. Nice one, Lola. Nako.
It's a lot of work, but you know, when you have fun in the sport that you're doing, it's effortless.
You're just telling us this age is just a number. Really, you can still do it at your age.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
51 is still very young. You have proven that to us.
We have to stay young here and here.
Yes. Agree with you, Lola. Thank you so much for that. Of course, what is your message to our fellow Lormanians, and also, of course, the women
Okay, first let's do the message to women. Um, I always tell, you practice what you preach, and I carry through my message to my children, to my clients, to the community that I serve on Facebook. And you know what I always tell them is that you have the potential and you have the ability to reach your dreams, and your age should not define you. Neither should your gender, most especially your gender. One of the messages too that I tell women is that you have to break the bias, and you have to break the stereotyping that the society or the culture pushes onto women. To me, I refuse that. I object that. I reject that when they say, you are a woman, you're a grandma, you're a mother. You should not do this. You should not dress like this. No, that is not a woman's all about. Woman has her own strength. A woman has her own potential, and nobody should dictate what you can do.
Wow. So inspiring, Lola. That is our theme for this year: gender equality for a sustainable tomorrow. And we really appreciate that. Of course, your message to our fellow Lormanians, Lola Ness, since we are celebrating our 52nd foundation anniversary right now.
Yes, my fellow Lormanians, I know in this ever changing, the world is flat now, right? It's ever changing, it's ever challenging. And my message to you guys and to all of us is we should embolden ourselves. Embolden ourselves because of the value and the experiences that we have gotten from our education and from our experiences in life. We should continue to play on this role, whether you're a nurse, whether you're an engineer. We should extend the experiences we have gotten through in life to make an impact in this world, because I also believe that there is power in one. People always, there's a misconception that I can't do it alone, but it's a cliche. But I believe that you are enough. You you make an impact with one person, with one soul, with the practice that you make, with the actions that you show to the world. So that is my message: is we continue to empower our fellow Lormanians or fellow colleagues in whatever industry you're playing, and that we should not stop. I also, one thing also that I want to tell people is that there's a tendency for us when we have chosen the path or the practice or the career that we take, that we should never settle for anything else. We should not stop learning, which I know most people, they're content with, whatever they do every day. But I always say we should not stop learning. We should not stop growing. We should not stop striving to better ourselves. And by this, we need to also explore and enjoy our lives. There's more to life than practicing whatever you're doing as a job, versus enjoying yourself and enjoying your life. So that is my message to everybody.
Thank you so much, Lola Ness. You really inspired us. Um, maybe take a look at the picture at your back, your background.
Oh, This is a
Wow.
picture of me. This was professionally taken in the Arnold's after my Arnold's competition in Ohio, in Cleveland. So
It's really amazing.
thank you, thank you. Lots of good lighting and very talented photographer there. I just do what he tells me to do.
Yes. And you deserve that photography, Lola Nez. Oh, wow. Naimpuswan unay panagyaman mi, Lola.
Ay kastamat kanya.
Wow.
Dito, agyaman na klaunay, ta naimbitaranak dito'y show mo, and I'm very honored. I really never expected this. So I hope makasubliak, makapasyarak man ng dita Pilipinas, sana makakasyarak to apanak dita Lorma.
Yes. Lorma Colleges will always be a home to every Lorman,
Yes.
Lola.
Yes, yes.
We're waiting for your coming back home. Panagsublim, ito Lorma.
Sapay ko maapo to makasubli ako.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lola.
So much. Have a great, great day.
Thank you once again. Okay,
Thank
and that
you.
ends our Sarita Ballaigi. Thank you so much for watching. Good day.